Start recording. Okay. So, cool. Do you want to talk real quick? I just need to make sure it's recording your voice too.
Hello. Hello.
Okay. Perfect. So I have like one of these bulbous windows. What I'm going to do is I'm going to double click the edge to loop select it. And then if I hold Command and Option and then drag out on this scale corner here, I guess if you're on a Windows machine, it would be Control Option, I believe, or Control Alt. I actually don't remember off the top of my head. But basically,
I'm on Mac.
What's that?
I'm on Mac as well.
Perfect. Okay. So yeah, Command Option, and then dragging this is going to both create a hard edge and add a new kind of loop, so to speak. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to hold Command Option. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag up a little bit so that I have kind of this little bit of an inset that you kind of have going on.
Yeah.
Obviously, you'll scale this to whatever scale it needs to be, but for the sake of showing you.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to mirror duplicate this around that so that I have two of them, and that's just a really easy way for me to make a secondary one.
Okay.
And then you have one smaller one in the center, right?
Yeah, it's like a healing one. I guess after not design.
So then, so I'm just making another ball on this center here.
You mind if I ask you a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
So one of the things I was trying to do was I tried mirroring one of the shapes, and it mirrored it. I was trying to have it. I was trying to mirror it, not just across, but like also flipped. If that makes sense. So it was like diagonal.
Got it. What you could do then is you could let's see. Like let's say that this was symmetry here. Let's say that, yeah, this guy was a little bit stretched out on one side here, right? Because you kind of have some kind of angular thing going on with the...
Yeah.
Kind of like this, give or take.
Yeah.
And you
yeah,
want both of these to be kind of angling the same way, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I would do is I would mirror duplicate this guy over here, and it's going to be facing the wrong way for starters. But then we're going to clear the symmetry, and then we're going to mirror duplicate this guy on the center plane.
Oh, I didn't know you could mirror on the plane. Okay.
And then
so
delete this guy, now I have...
Oh, I see.
Right. And is this what you're going for?
Yeah, it's exactly right.
And so then like this guy, if I remember correctly, kind of had a little angleness to it as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So then same thing here. I'm doing the Command Option and scaling up a little bit and still holding Command and Option and dragging up a little bit just to give that kind of a defining ring. And the really nice thing about doing the Command Option and then scaling is, I don't remember if I've said it in class at all, but the ring around the detail, like any sort of shape detail. In this case, you have this detail where this bulb hits the rest of the body. By doing this, it automatically creates the ring around the detail for you, right? Like, super easy. I'm just going to scale these in a little bit here.
Yeah. And then also for the actual model, do you know, like, do people normally give it a thickness, like the walls and stuff?
So yes,
Should I mention? Yeah.
you can. Honestly, because we're not actually making this, it's kind of easier to just like ignore making this like it would be in the real world, because we're not going to be 3D printing it
Yeah.
or anything. I mean, we
Yeah.
could down the line. It's frankly just easier to not concern yourself with that too much. As long as it
Okay.
looks good in a render, that's what matters. You can't
Okay.
see the difference. You can't tell the difference as long as there's no visible holes, right?
Yeah.
So,
Especially like,
especially what? Sorry.
especially like during rendering, too. Yeah, like they won't show.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that shouldn't be. Yeah, I wouldn't concern yourself too much with that.
Okay. And then also,
Mhm.
I also want to ask. So, like for mine, I was going to put like I just have them resting, like really close to, I guess like the outer parts. Um, sorry, I don't know. Maybe.
I can't quite.
Anyways, I just
Sorry.
sorry, and I'm trying to just translate some orbit. Exactly.
You're trying to.
So for no, I'm just like looking at something. For these windows,
Oh, sorry. You're
they have.
something on your screen.
Oh yeah, I'm just
My screen recording was covering that. I see it now.
so like, should I be just like having them as close as I can to these like rings on the outside, or should I like fully connect them,
So that's what I'm
and then
about
keep
to
them
do
as a
here.
group? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Thank you.
So I've got my little, our 3 bulbs here, and I've got these kind of rings that we got going on around here.
Mm.
Then you can just use the weld vertices tool and just start sticking these together. So if I just click on a couple points, I can start joining them, right?
I see.
And then, here to here, here to here. I can join these as well. And so rather than having them be separate bodies, it's not too hard to do something like that. And then if I just, right now, this is a creased edge and I kind of don't want it to be. So I'm selecting it and then uncreasing so that I get a nice smooth transition between them, right?
Was that a form function that you used?
Yeah, I just double click to select the loop and then right click and then uncrease. You can also find it under
Okay. Okay.
Really nice thing about right clicking with your mouse is it gives you a contextual toolbox. And so it'll just tell you,
Yeah.
hey, this is what you can do with the selection you have. Whereas going through here, it shows you everything you can do, but you might not be able to do it with the selection that you have. Right?
Okay. Thanks.
So now I've connected those and I have one big blob. Now I can just scale all that outwards a little bit and then bring it all down. And then maybe I make it a little wider. And then maybe one trick I like to do is if you scale something down, it becomes flatter, right? And so
Yeah.
now I already have in a lot of ways, the core of the shape you're going for.
Listen.
Right? Does this look somewhat correct to you? This is kind of what you're looking for?
Yeah. That's exactly what I was looking for.
And you can also just select a bunch of edges here and you can straighten them. So if I click straighten, you see how it's going to automatically straighten that out for me.
I see.
So that's how you can get a nicer straighter edge to the body, whatever else it is that you need.
I see. And then I also had one more question was, how do you rig like models inside them? Is that like simple?
What do you mean, like, are you talking literal rigging, like a humanoid?
Yeah. Just because when I talked to Leaf, he was like, I need you to put like a human reference, and I ended up pasting like just a copy of what I saw, like a random file, but one of the other students had like a posable like figure that she put into it, and I thought it was
Yeah, I'm not actually sure if she did the rigging in Fusion. What my guess
Mm.
is that she did the rigging in Blender, which is set up for that, and then
Oh,
imported
okay.
that model into Fusion. Um, that's a good question. I noticed that too, and I was impressed.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, it's not built into Fusion, at least in the same way it is built into other programs. Have you ever rigged anything in Blender before?
No, I've not. I honestly haven't used Blender, but I familiar with Blender.
It's kind of a pain. I honestly wouldn't bother digging into it just for this
Okay.
one model. Um, but I opened Blender, but I'm realizing I probably don't have the model saved that was rigged. So,
Would you recommend just like doing Photoshop then? And just like putting a person into it?
just ask her if she doesn't mind sending you her model or quickly rigging. Because if it was done in Blender, once she's rigged up one thing, it'd be pretty easy for her to just move it around to what you need and then send it to you.
Okay.
So you could also, like, if you wanted to, you can look up YouTube videos. It's not terribly hard. It'll just take a little bit of time investment. And the other thing is, it's just that Blender's interface is completely different, would require relearning, and it's kind of outside of the scope of necessity for this project. It's like
Yeah.
rigging up a figure, and this project to me feels a little more like, if you know how to do it, do it. And if not, don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Excellent. Cool. Okay. And I think, do you think it's fine? So like I have everything set up as like as a group of like, this is the exterior, this is the windows, this is the door, this is seating. Do you think that's like proper etiquette for like, I guess, like modeling?
So you have a bunch of little stripes here, and
Yeah.
that's not really what I would recommend, because are those each individual bodies, it seems like? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I haven't because I haven't like welded them together yet. So like I was saying, I did the cylinder and sorry, I don't have my mouse in the I forgot what's that.
It's all good.
But yeah, I just did this, made it like here, and then I just gave it a bunch of faces.
Okay.
uh, and and sorry, I'm outside.
It's all good. I was just curious, like, so, because it looks to me that each of those rings are like an individual. Yeah, it's an individual ring. So I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just going to make it way more complicated down the line. And you're either, yeah, I just honestly, I would redo that portion of the body. I know it kind of sucks.
And that was
What's that? Would you say I missed it?
Could I? Oh, yeah. I don't like fine, but like actually, well, yeah.
Your Wi-Fi just went kind of crazy.
I'm
What
sorry.
was it that you were asking?
1 second, Andrew. Sorry.
It's all good.
Thank you.
Cool.
Okay.
You all set up?
Yeah, I'm all set up. Sorry. You can hear me fine?
Yeah.
Okay. What was I saying? So if I weld these all together
Okay.
in the same group, will it like immensely change how the shape is?
Yeah, it's gonna be more. It's gonna be a real pain to do all that and go through with all that.
Okay.
If you do it right, it would give you kind of the same result that you would get by just kind of doing it this way. Except this will give you maybe even a slightly cleaner result than going through and welding all that together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're pretty close to kind of what you're looking for. I mean, it seems like let me real quick. I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna okay, so go ahead. Some pieces here, so it's a little more like what you have.
Yeah.
All right, so this is kind of what you got going on, but to a smaller scale.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you went back through and if you welded, the thing is you're gonna have to weld vertices and you're gonna have to click. Actually, you might be able to. Let's see if merge edge is gonna work. That actually might be fine. Yes. Okay. So merge edge would be the tool to use, but you're going to need to use that within the forms workspace that you created those strips in. It looked like in your model, and I could be wrong, but I'm just going to undo that there so I can show you. It looked like you might have already finished the form. Here, of course.
I mean, I can go back to editing the form still, but if I go back in the timeline.
Yeah. Basically, that's what I'm trying to tell you to do is just go back into where you originally created the form and merge them together. So, there, merge edge. Tell it that you're going to select edge group 2, and then okay, and then it'll just join them together. So see how that works for you. You need some kind of cleanup towards the top and where everything joins together. That's going to be kind of the messier part of it.
Yeah,
but it should be fine.
Okay, cool. And then I think my last question is, how would you recommend me making furniture? So I know thickness is kind of hard to show in Fusion.
You're talking about the interior of the car or just furniture in general?
Yeah, because I'm trying to do the seats, but I couldn't get a top part of the seat to be done. I don't know why it's something you show you. I guess I'll show you on Wednesday if you're there. But
yeah, what I would probably do Not even correct. What I would probably do is like create your shell on the outside, and then when you want to like maybe render an interior, what I would do is probably just like go ahead and create more shapes inside of it, and like for ease of modeling, create a section analysis, so that you can just like cut off half of it, and then you can just toggle visibility back onto that half, and you can also edit and like cut off more or whatever.
Oh, I see.
But it's lagging. I would just kind of like, let's say, let's pretend like you had already finished your body. Like just do all your body in one form, and then render the exterior shots, right? And then come back in, and maybe you like, once you're done with the exterior body, you save it, and then so you'll save it normally, and then you'll do save as, and you'll save it as Zook's car with interior, and then under that one you'll model the interior. And then what you can do, just to make things easy for yourself, and the reason that you've separated out, you have one model that's just the interior and one model that's just for rendering the exterior, is like, I would then take all this, and if this is like in the corner of the car here, I would just plunk it in place, and it's okay that it kind of, it's hard to tell what's going on there. Just going to have it overlap and be like half outside the car, and that's okay.
Oh, I see.
When you go to render the interior shot, you won't really see that. So you can just
get away with it pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then it makes it really easy to, like, you have your bounding box from the outside. You could use that also to work off of. Like, if you really wanted to be super particular, you could say, hey, like, the body of a car is not a perfect shell. Like, you have thicker parts for the inner like A-pillar, right? And so then what you could do is just like bring over this guy and model in some A-pillars, however it is that you imagine they would be. And it's okay if once it quote unquote intersects with the roof, it passes through it, because we're not going to see that because we're not rendering the outside. And then you just like patched in, the sides of this, whatever. If you wanted to be a little more realistic with having A-pillars and such.
Is there an issue with me clipping it to I guess the corners to make it kind of like a band almost?
You kind of lost me there. What do you mean by that?
Like, so I know how you like drag it out on the bottom so that it would go like vertically towards the ceiling. Like, is there a reason why I can't have, like, I know that you put it through the ceiling, but is there a reason why I can't just have it next to the ceiling, like exactly, or like I guess like the lips?
You can have it be pretty close. But the thing is you can't just like I can't just weld this corner to this corner, otherwise it like breaks the model.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna see if let's just see what it does though. Yeah, it just fully breaks the model, and it can't render in smooth display mode anymore because it can't do that. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, that's what he's asking. Yeah, because I don't know how to use Fusion, so sorry, these are super questions.
No, it's all good. These are not stupid questions at all. The other way that you could do it as well is like if you just clicked any segment here and press delete, it'll like open up, and then you can use that. And again, I'm holding option here to make like the additional geometry, I guess. If that makes sense at all. But you could do that, and then it like is technically joining into the ceiling. Because I just deleted that hole. So like I'll just do it one more time. I literally just delete that, loop select this, and then just start stretching it downward.
Yeah.
That's gonna give you the pillar.
Oh, I see.
And if you really want to be a perfectionist about it, you can go in and delete those, and then delete the back face of the pillar, and then like weld everything.
Yeah. So do you think like a lot of models are kind of like a Frankenstein models pretty much?
Yeah.
In terms of like
for the scope of this class, that's all I'd recommend doing. Doing a proper, quote unquote, proper model is just such a time sink that for this class, it's completely overkill. Because this is giving me, like I have my A pillar here, like whatever. And it's okay that it's messed up the outside because I've saved this as a separate model. And so in this model, anytime I'm rendering, you don't see this side of it. You only see the inside.
Yeah. I see. Cool.
If theoretically you're modeling body panels to send off to create molds for this to be produced, yeah, of course this isn't going to work, but we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So just keep it simple.
Okay.
This is like car companies have teams of people who have years to do a single model that they then send off to get molds manufactured, and trying to take all that on yourself. Who are you? Even an industrial design student, if I remember correctly, you're architecture.
I'm electrical engineering.
Dang it. Okay. This isn't even like your major. Like it's okay. Like just make it easy for yourself.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Thanks for the advice. Do you think you'll be there on Wednesday, by any chance?
I'll be on campus. I'm not sure which class I'll be in. It's kind of Leif and Liana figure it out, and then they tell me where to go.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
It's not my choice. I'm on campus. If you want to like meet with me in person, I can come in a little earlier. Like if you have time before class.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Yeah.
That works for you.
Yeah. If I have any more questions, I'll text you or something.
Yeah.
So
quickly, I'm not going to bother like editing or trimming this little recording video down at all. I'm just going to put it straight to YouTube so that you can watch it
no worries.
as soon as possible.
That's perfect.
And do you have a link to my YouTube at all?
I can find it. I have yeah. Okay.
Any other questions at all?
I think it's everything. So
cool.
Yeah.
I would say too.
Hey.
Fix my rear lock here. Okay, so once I finish my form, when you go to render, you should be able to, individually choose faces. So like I'd go in and I'd select, I'd probably actually do, for starters, I'd select everything and then set that as your paint, whatever, like that pre-downloaded. And then I would go ahead and select your domes. It's a little hard to see because it's white on white, but but I'm selecting these. And then if I just check the faces tick box, and then this is a weird glass look, but basically now you have your kind of bulbous glass, right?
Yeah.
And then when you go to do your interior render, you're probably going to want to do, under your scene settings, change your focal length to like 13 millimeters or something. Not 134, like 13, like a super wide angle, so that you can like actually get inside and still be able to see your interior. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, that's really useful.
Are you familiar with photography much at all?
Yeah, I'm very familiar.
Cool. Okay, so you know what
So,
focal lengths are. Yeah, anytime
yeah,
shooting the inside of a car, you're going to use a wide angle. Otherwise, it's just going to be too tight. So
Yeah.
When you go to do these renders for the interior, use a wider focal length, even like 9 millimeters if you needed to. And then you can just change this back to your standard, whatever you like to use, 35 or 50, what have you. Sometimes you'll do like a wider angle, uptight shot, and then, yeah.
Is there a way to change like where the lighting is coming from?
Yes. So if you click on the little move icon and position, you can rotate the lighting around.
Oh, I see.
And then you can also just change your environment entirely and rotate within there. If you really want to be, like you want to highlight something in particular, what I very often do is I will just like quickly drop in a box. And then I'll move this guy up so that it's like wouldn't be in my view when I'm rendering. When I go to render, I apply
setting.
What's it called? Not luminance. That. And then if you're going to do that, what I also recommend for best results, I hit in canvas render here just to briefly see how that's doing.
I see.
Want that light to be doing more work than it is currently and have the rest of the environment do less. You can bring down your brightness. So like you can have
I see.
basically add almost no light and have your only thing, like if I put this at 0, the only light in your scene is coming from the light that you've placed.
Okay, cool.
And then if I, put this at 1,000, 10,000, whatever, that's how you can emphasize, because your environment library, like your environment, is just a really easy way to light everything. If you're picky about it, just crank this brightness to 0 and drop in key lights. It's exactly where you want them to be.
Okay. Yeah, it's perfect then.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
I think that's everything. Thank you so much, Andrew.
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate it. Yeah. And then also, you're in the Fusion Club as well. Is that like
there's a club called the ACE, Architecture, Construction, and Engineering, that I'm just helping out with for a class for like a little furniture design workshop. Unfortunately, you're a little late to jump in on that particular workshop, but I'll shoot you an invite to the club in general.
Yeah, I think some of the people were in it and they were telling me about it. I haven't had time to look at it. I'll look at that.
With Discord. So
yeah, it's okay. Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. Perfect.
So that's what I mistakenly assumed you were in. But yeah, they have some cool other events. I'm not really affiliated with them other than helping teach the one thing. I haven't gone to anything else, but it looks fun. Like they have a little one of the server thing that is like the event photos, and they all look like, pretty fun group.
I see. Okay.
Under media gallery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Event photos. Yeah.
I see. Cool. Oh yeah, I saw this Instagram. But cool.
It's a cool.
That's okay.
It's been fun working with them.
Okay. Well, yeah, don't take too much time, but yeah, I think that's everything I needed help with. So yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
If you run into anything else, I'm here to help. So
Yeah.
I have weird pockets of time here and there. So
Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Andrew. I appreciate it. And I'll contact you soon. So
sounds good.
Okay.
All right. See you.
yeah, I'll stay.